there was some drama that took place in the beautiful world of football, and it had to do with Ronaldo, Messi, and the FIFA president. I'm going to show you a clip from the interview real quick, and then we're going to start the commentary off. Let's do this.
He's a kind man. He's really good. He's a good boy. And that's why it make him so popular. And naturally, he will always get a lot of votes.
All right, so I want you to remember that clip you just watched, because we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. Now, if you want to watch the entire interview, the link is in the description down below. But as I was watching this interview, something struck a nerve. See, that clip you just watched, that was the FIFA president talking about Messi. Now, the interview is about Messi and Ronaldo. The FIFA president's sitting there, he's getting an interview from some stupid interview guy, and the guy goes, hey, who's the best player in the world, Messi or Ronaldo? And the FIFA president starts getting into this massive conversation that just doesn't make sense to me. It's actually kind of annoying, and it struck a nerve. And I want you guys to know something, that I'm not a Messi fanboy. I'm not a Ronaldo fanboy. Yes, I'm Portuguese, but that doesn't mean I'm on Ronaldo's bandwagon, all right? It's just this interview really struck a nerve, because things like this happen in life every single day. People are so quick to judge each other, and it's just not fair. So the interview starts off with the guy saying, hey, who's better, Messi or Ronaldo? And the FIFA president says, oh, you know, Messi's such a good boy. He's the type of boy that every mother and father wish they could have. Listen, I'm not sure if this FIFA president guy hangs out with Messi on a daily basis. I'm not sure if they're best friends and they drive around in a Bugatti together, but I'm almost 100% sure they're not friends. I'm almost 100% sure the FIFA president's probably hung out with Messi like 3 times. So you're trying to tell me, in the amount of times that you've talked to Messi, you know that he's a great person. You know that he's never done anything bad in his life, and every mother and father would want him as a kid. So I was like, all right, whatever, it is what it is. Let me keep listening. So then he goes to Ronaldo, but I want you to make this clear that he never says Ronaldo's name, which I found very disrespectful. He goes, the other guy is the type of guy, and he stands up and starts mocking Ronaldo, is the type of guy that's a chief on the field, and then he goes on about him being a chief and really stuck up, and he goes, oh, and also he pays a lot of money for his hair products. What the hell does hair products have anything to do with Ronaldo not being the best player in the world? Why is that even in there? So I started thinking to myself, and I started listening more and more to what he was saying, and he completely disrespected Ronaldo 100%. So because Ronaldo's this guy that's on the football pitch yelling at his teammates, screaming, pouting, crying, just upset that he can't win, because he's competitive and has a winning spirit and a winning mentality, he's slated, and he's evil, and he's a bad person. But since Messi doesn't yell at his teammates, he's very quiet, he's just that guy that scores a lot of goals and never really says much, he's an angel? So you're trying to tell me that you know Messi behind closed doors isn't in his basement smacking babies, drop kicking grandmothers, laughing at disabled people on TV, being a keyboard warrior, going on everyone's video, calling them homos? You telling me Messi's not doing that? You know that for sure? And you're trying to tell me that Ronaldo possibly couldn't be at home trying to come up with a method to save people with cancer, or get rid of HIV. You know that for sure. You know that Ronaldo's a terrible person and Messi's a great person. That's what you're trying to tell me? Just by the way you see them on TV? Like that to me is so wrong. Just because Ronaldo combs his hair a certain way, or uses a certain hair product, or yells at his teammates when they get suffered on, or yells at his teammates when they don't pass him the ball, he's a bad person. That to me is wrong, and that to me is probably one of the worst things I've ever heard anybody say about Ronaldo. And one thing that really caught me off guard was that clip I just showed you. In that clip, he goes, because Messi's this guy that everyone likes, he gets votes. So you're telling me the best player in the world comes down to how nice of a person you are? You're trying to tell me when they vote for the best player in the world, it's not even about pure talent, it's just about who's nicer? Maybe Ronaldo should start donating $5 million to charity, and then he'll be the best player in the world. That's what he's pretty much saying. He's saying Messi wins votes because he's a nicer guy. I find it stupid, and I find it now that the system could possibly be corrupted. The system of the best player in the world could be massively corrupted. And I thought to myself last year when Messi won the best player in the world. Now, I agree. Messi should have won the best player in the world last year, but not by the amount of votes. The votes were a massive difference. Like, it wasn't even close. And I was like, damn, that should have been like 5% off or something. They should have been real close to each other. Messi should have won, but it should have been like real close, neck to neck, right? But no, Messi beat him by a landslide. And right there, I started thinking, dude, this might be rigged. And now after hearing what he said, after what this stupid president said, I'm thinking to myself, damn, this really is rigged. This is completely rigged. They don't like Ronaldo. So Ronaldo pretty much has no chance of winning Player of the Year because of the way he dresses, the way he combs his hair, and because he's Tony Montana sniffing crack and banging girls, and he's a bad person. He's supposed to be a criminal or something. That's what this guy is making him out to be. And it's disrespectful that he didn't even say his name throughout the interview. So I want you guys to watch that interview and let me know in the comments down below how you react to this. Because whether you're a Messi fanboy or a Ronaldo fanboy, I think even if you're a Messi fanboy, you'll be able to look at that and be like, wow, that's a bit disrespectful. Because I think even Messi fanboys can admire the talent that Ronaldo and Messi both have. I admire it. You know, I'm not a fanboy of either of them, but the way these two guys play, they're breaking records that most humans on this earth couldn't touch with a 20-foot pole. And I think that's amazing, and I admire both of them for that, because they're probably, these two players we're watching will probably never see talent like this again for a very, very long time. They're amazing, amazing players. And for someone to just completely disrespect Ronaldo is a bit messed up. And at the end of the interview, he ends up saying, so I prefer Messi. And that's fine. Take your pick. Take your pick between Messi and Ronaldo. That's what you're supposed to do as a sports fan. You're supposed to pick one or the other. But don't completely shit on Ronaldo, talking about he's the devil. He's a horrible person. He's this. And then say, oh yeah, Messi. Just be like, yo, they're both great players, but I take Messi. You don't have to talk about him wearing Head and Shoulders to wash his head. That doesn't really matter, bro. But anyways, that kind of struck a nerve, and it just made me think a lot. To hear that him say, like, oh, to be the best player in the world, you got to be a good person. I started thinking, if that could be rigged, if the best player in the world could be rigged, every time one of these referees make a mistake, and we give him the benefit of the doubt, you know, we say, he made a mistake. Yo, he called that offside because he made a mistake. Are they robbing? No, are they intentionally making that mistake? Are they paid to make that mistake? Are they told to make that mistake because this FIFA president likes Messi more? Will referees like Messi more? So because they like Messi more, they give a certain foul to Barcelona during a Barcelona Real Madrid game? Or maybe that referee on that day likes Ronaldo more, so he gives a foul towards Ronaldo. The things like this actually exist. As a football fan, as a sports fan, we give it the benefit of the doubt and we say, you know what, that stuff doesn't exist. But the more I look into sports, the more I see these interviews that are happening, the more I see these slip-ups that are happening from these massive people in massive positions, I start to think, you know, that is out there. This interview is a massive, massive mistake by one of the biggest guys in our beautiful game. The FIFA president. This guy is wealthy. This guy is supposed to be educated. This guy is supposed to be one of the biggest names in football. He's making rules. He's making stuff happen for the game. Yet this guy is stupid enough to completely slay Ronaldo and do the things he did in the video. Look, I'm sorry for venting in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I entertained you for the past like 5-10 minutes. If I did, then that's amazing, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if I did entertain you, then drop a like. And if I didn't entertain you and you completely disagree with me, that's fine. Let me know in the comments down below. But hopefully nobody got offended by this. I just wanted to get my part of it out. Messi and Ronaldo are both great players. I just don't like when people get judged on a daily. It happens every day. The way you dress, you're getting judged. You might be a great person, but because you wear a hoodie, people think you're a gangster. It's just wrong, man. It's just wrong.